Yeah, well, as I was saying, that happened yesterday when I don't want to even go there again today, thank you. But thanks for reminding me. It was a very poor experience at Grandad. As
Oh,
you
dear.
know, I don't know. Anyway, oh, I wonder what the hell we can do for tonight.
Just general chit
Yeah.
chat. Here we go. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Grandad Show.
Certainly is.
How are you, Grim?
Oh, so glad for seeing such an older person.
That's no problem. Hello, Wolf Lover, Carl. Hello to everybody in chat. Hope everyone's well.
Do you always sound this hyper?
No, it's because I've just had a sleep and just come out of sleep, got a coffee, and then got up on here.
Who gave you permission to do that? Hello, it's Wolf Lover, Carl. Sorry, my apologies. I've been distracted. Some old git walked in. I wasn't expecting them.
This is one of the things that you got to put up with when I'm all over the place. You see, you never know where I'm going to turn up. And as I said yesterday on the other show that we do, I might be turning up with fish and chips on my knee. So that'll be in summertime, actually.
I can imagine you having a conversation on the beach with Grim.
Well, I've done it on the phone to you, so there'll be no problem there, will they? They'll have the ambulance with square wheels waiting for me.
Well, it was bad enough last time. The Undertaker wasn't very pleased.
Well, there we go.
No, hang on, tell a lie. It wasn't. It was the priest. Because you were front row, right?
Yeah.
At that funeral, do you remember? You were doing an audit of it.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, even Wolf Lover wants patty and chips. There you go. You want a fish patty? I'll tell you. When it's summer, I'll take you to Hornsey and we'll see if there was a fish patty. They're beautiful.
And for those people listening in English, that is Hornsey.
And a patty is like mashed tatty, mashed up with herbs and spices with a bit of fish in it. That's what we're going to be doing.
My new piece of fish is called a sardine. Hello, Denison.
Hello, Denison. Long time no see. I've been talking to your sidekick, though.
Sidekick?
Yeah, Jose.
Oh, right. Jose. Not spoke to him for a while, actually.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
He's not been around when I've been around. It's very nice and only available in Hull. Yeah, please don't export it. Hello, Inonique.
Yeah, but you can't say now about. I mean, I've never tried one. I don't know whether you have. Deep fried Mars bar. Now that didn't come from Hull.
No, but that's available nationally throughout Scotland, and you can even request it in the UK, but not in Hull.
Yep.
I don't understand why Grandad goes fishing over to in Hull.
Hello, Anna Q. Hello, Mrs. J.
Mrs. J. Hi. Well, I was. I was supposed to be doing some work today. Then I got high. My seat was too low, so I had to lower it, higher it. I mean, oh, that went over his balded head as well.
Yeah, it did. I was having a suck on the vape.
Don't. I had enough of that the other night. When you tell me about what you sucked on, what you didn't suck on, I'm not. No. In case people are wondering what we're talking about, on Thursday night, as well as on a Tuesday, we shits and giggles. That's what we're here for. we had a conversation over on the website streaming platform, and it got to a point where I had to ask him to be quiet, which really, really, really annoyed me. Right? And I don't know why.
Am I ever quiet?
He was describing these things that he sucked on a regular basis. I think that's what it was. Shall we? We've had a request for a link.
A link. Oh, right.
The link already. It's Bear.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Definitely. BBA.
Carry on talking. No one said you could stop.
I was actually reading. I'm trying to work out is that Denison doing it for himself? I don't know. Yeah, but I've never sucked on a fisherman's friend, I must say, and that is
no, just a fisherman, I believe.
Yeah.
See, you heard it here, folks. He agreed.
Yeah, but the difference with here and over there, here you've got to be careful what you say. Over there, it doesn't matter. And that is true. If you want it blue, get over to the website. That's where you need to be. What is it, Grim? Is Tuesday and a Thursday, I believe.
7:15.
Yeah, and we'll be doing a guide to show people how to get there with their screen share, so people can see how to do it. We're going to do that and record it and put it out there.
Well, Grandad is.
Well, I will do. I was going to do that. I was going to do it today, to be honest, but then
you went to sleep.
No, then I had other stuff to do, and then my smart thermostat turned up what to replace. I had all that to do and get everything working.
Right. Okay. So that was Grandad's day today. Can anybody beat that?
Yeah.
I mean, I was busy, but wasn't. I mean, I was working. I wasn't working as in working. I was working on the website.
Ah, right.
Well, then I made a slight error. I got aye.
Yeah, you got aye, and then you read my message. Yeah. Mrs. J, fish finger sandwiches, lovely.
Mrs. J, how common. Poor fishes, they can't count anymore. They're all in everyone's sandwiches. It's an old joke, that, and the only person who actually laughed was Grandad.
Who's wobbly? What is it?
Yes, do I realise that I spelt planned wrong? Well, if you read the irony, you'll see that one. Everything's planned on this show. Not even that.
Yeah.
And anyway, Wobble Boost. Hello, how are you doing? I've got dyslexia of the fingers when typing. I can't.
Well, I do it with one finger, and that's typing I'm on about.
Allegedly. Allegedly, he's talking about typing.
I ain't talking to you, Grim. I'm talking to the dog.
I was going to say, I've never sat in my life. Right. Best played, yes, you're right, of Mice and Men. Do you know what? I can't remember who said that. Do you know, when you read the what people are saying in the chat on StreamYards,
yeah,
when people put their emojis up,
yeah,
it actually makes sense. Person waving or should say person, turquoise. Right? If you think about it, the way it's spelt, waving.
Yeah,
Be careful with the hearts, though.
I was hoping our backroom staff would have been here, then we could have had a quiz. I don't have that material. It's only that person that does all that sort of gear.
Well, do you know what? I could do a quiz. I could play a game of I Spy.
Go on then.
I spy with my little eye something that's got a shiny top.
Oh, it's your head.
Not my head. Even when I have a blazing haircut, mate. At least I can. Go on, you've had one wasted guess.
I don't know. With the shiny top.
Yeah.
Top of a milk bottle.
No, it's more dome-shaped.
A what? Dome? Oh, it's your whatever you're drinking.
Dome-shaped. Really? Okay.
They're coming all different.
I'll tell you what, folks. If I'm right, okay, the next person you see on the screen is the person with the chrome top. Now, I could be wrong, but I spy chrome top. There you go. Your turn.
No.
You can't, can you?
I don't know our spares. Not on here. I would do on the other one. I would do on the other platform, not on here.
I've got an update to add on to the Grim Reaper radio show website, folks. How does that go again? what?
Grim Reaper radio show.com.
And this was rehearsed 14 times before the show.
Yeah.
Anyway, we seem to have gained quite a few views at the moment, so thank you for that. What I was about to say, I've got an update actually coming soon on Grandad's very own blog. Okay, now Grandad's blog is going to be updated with a new story about what he does and what he gets up to, right, on a very, very regular basis. And the first story that will be going up will be the day that he visited at the funeral. And he was talking to Grim. Compared to the same place that he turned up to a few years ago and started talking to God.
Yeah, that's about right.
So
yeah, going down the road.
We have an interview with the priest that he dealt with on both occasions.
Yeah,
he wasn't a happy chappy. So we'll be able to explain that all for you. Now, regrettably, there's no audio or video because Grandad was writing things down during the audits. He hasn't got a radio, a camera or anything like that. So he actually writes it all down. Now, the problem is, I'm not sure whether it's shorthand he's turned it in or hieroglyphics, but I will do my best.
Yep.
What I do need to know from people is what we could call it. Should we call it Grandad's Travels or something else? That's an idea. So if there's anyone got any excellent ideas what we could call this blog, please put them in the chat. It's open. And also, if you want to come up, there's the link is pinned. If you don't want to come up, then again, that's fine. And what I'll do, you see, is I'll hop into the back and check out a few things, and then I can let Grandad run the show a little bit. Yes, in Latin, translated from Egyptian. Oh, right. Okay. So that's the hieroglyphics. Excellent. Let me see. I'll get somebody onto that. Maybe I can get somebody up from St. Paul's who might even have a bottle of milk that's also got a shiny head, apparently.
Milk bottle.
I still don't get you when you said a milk bottle top. Most people won't know what a milk bottle is these days.
I know. But if you buy it in Sterry sometimes still in a glass thing, isn't it?
I don't know, because you're talking doorstep delivery now. Not many people know what that is.
Even picking up from a shop.
Oh, you mean where the small shops?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the big shops because they've got a recyclable target to hit.
Of course they have. Everything's DC these days.
Now, Wobble Boost, you seem to know a lot about the way that Grandad writes, so maybe I need to get in touch with you. So if you wouldn't mind doing that sometime, I'd appreciate it. Just send an email. What's that email address, Grandad?
Oh, I can't remember that one. It's been a long time since I've used that.
Oh, yeah, Jellygaff at I don't something or other.com. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yes, folks. The complaints line will be open. We will be using it's a brand new system that we've got. It's called email. And it's a lot quicker than getting messages sent to us any other way, because we've actually been able to manage the little rats to go round the wheel faster.
That's right.
They're faster than the pigeons anyway.
Not to say the communications between myself and Grim is on a tin can at each end with a bit of string that's the actual wire.
Hey up, we've got a young person here. Yep, I lived in the 70s still when man would bring it doesn't mean mum, by the way, when mam would bring a shiny top milk bottle in every day for the sparrows to peck.
That's correct.
You go outside, it was annoying as hell. And you know what attracted them? It was magpies, silver.
Oh, yeah, of course it was. Yeah.
They say they were, once they got through that, they got through to the cream. But they never attached their bottles. Dillygaff, that's the word. .com. But we're going to bring back, as I say, a way of communication. Okay, in between shows on the radio station, right? Depending on what information is being put up and by who, right? There is actually a way that you can leave a message for people. Well, namely me. And you can just type it in the chat. You just go to login, create a username, and I'll tell you now, you can even use the one troll. I don't mind. Right? And you can leave me a message. Yeah. And I might respond, or Grandad might respond, or somebody else might respond. So you've got a way of communicating with each other. But the best of it is only you will know the nickname that's being used as associated to you. There's a lot of anonymity on it.
Yeah, there sure is.
Now, Grandad, he just puts Grandad up, so that's fine. Right. I'm known as Grim Reaper. That again is fine. But Wobble Boost could use a totally different name. to come up with Dillygaff. That would be original.
Yeah.
I mean, I stole it, so why not let somebody else steal it? You know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah, you can use any name. That's correct.
You can, you know, you can even put Dillygaff on your head, you know, on your hat. My email is okay. Now, folks, again, a classic example of dyslexic typing, right? My email is just my channel name at Gmail.
Email.
Rumpton Stilston. And hello, Pork Chop. How are you doing?
Hello, Pork Chop. How are you doing?
It's just us up here. You know. Oh, I say it's just us. We got What's Truth here. How you doing? Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello. I can only just hear you.
Trial.
Hello.
Oh, that's better.
That better?
Yeah.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
I thought someone had kicked you in the ghoulies.
Well,
I have balls.
sometimes I have to switch my settings and all that stuff. Yeah. Fun stuff with equipment. Yeah.
Right. What's truth? Some people, like Granddaddy, may not know you. So,
Oh, hey, what's up,
would you like
Granddaddy?
to
Hello.
introduce yourself?
I'm What's Truth, aka Brian. You can call me What's Truth. Yeah, I'm just known
So,
Grim Reaper for
where you
maybe
from?
about a year now. I think maybe approximately, roughly,
Yeah.
speculatively,
Thereabout, allegedly.
allegedly.
So, are you on the American side or are you on the Canadian side?
I am on the British Columbian side in Canada. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. And are you Canadian or American?
Canadian. Yeah.
I have to ask this
All right,
because
ask away.
I get told off for calling Canadians Americans.
Oh, I don't care. We're pretty much the same, bro. You know, we're
Yeah,
not much
vice
different than
versa.
Americans. We're all Americanized, really. Even the UK, man, you got to admit a little bit is Americanized to a
course.
certain. Yeah, yeah. We all are.
Absolutely. We
Yeah.
went digital based on the Americans. Well, actually,
Right.
it wasn't. It was based on the common market.
Yeah.
I've got to blame somebody. So what's happening? What's truth? I've
not
spoke
much,
to you
man.
for
Not
ages.
much. Yeah, no. Last time we spoke, I think it had something to do with the PDF.
Yeah, he came up.
Been about a
And have a
month
chat.
ago now. Yeah. You were telling me to go check out the stream that you had on them. That you had with them. I'm sorry, I haven't checked it out yet.
That's all right. I've got nothing on nobody. I don't do any blackmail.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
I just sit in the background sometimes, and other times I get involved. You know.
Yeah.
But some people just don't like the fact that I see two sides to every story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there is two sides
Hello,
to every
Default.
story, right? There always is. Absolutely.
And I, there's a lot of things I care about, individuals who supported me, but just because I talk to people doesn't necessarily mean to say that I'm their best buds.
That's right. That's right. I agree. Yeah. No, I'm with you there 100%, man.
Yeah. But hey, it's one of those things, and some people just don't talk to you after that.
No, I haven't been feeling very well, so I've been kind of picking my battles here. Been going up on a few panels, made a few videos here and there, but yeah, for the most part,
I was going to say I'm not a battle, surely.
No.
What's this? What's he going on about now? Wobble. TV since the 70s here is 75% American and the rest English. Well, no, 90%, because you got all the smaller channels now, which have gone out and bought all the old American channel stations.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's been a rebirth, seems to be, but it's all crap.
Pretty much.
Carried out. It's crap now.
I figured out that a long time ago, man. I disconnected cable TV probably at least 20 years ago now, and I haven't looked back. I mean, I don't miss it.
Well, cable TV is not the same as cable TV as it is over in Canada or even in the States. You
Right.
know, at least over there you get 5,784 channels per account. Here you're limited to whatever Sky provide.
Right. Right.
Can't get away from Rupert Murdoch. Or is Sky now? No, he's not owned by Disney.
When I gave up cable, we were just being introduced to digital cable, which was through a box where you got a few more 100 channels. I subscribed to it for a few months, and I slowly started to realize that this is all repeats. It's all garbage. It's all brainwashing, right? I started to see it, and it just fell away, man. I was like, wow, yeah. I used to love the CBC, the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. I used to love it, but my eyes started to slowly be opened. Some I don't know why, but I just started to slowly see how corrupt they were, how one-sided they were. Yeah, and it just slowly fell away, man. And I don't know.
Well, you're right. And do us a favor, if you somebody please put out What's Truth's channel so that people, if you haven't been over to Canada recently, hop on over. I've met a few Canadians. Some of them are okay. Some of them aren't so okay.
Most of them are not so okay. There's a few here that are okay.
Yeah. Maybe I've just been lucky.
I don't know. Pretty crazy up here, man. Pretty crazy.
Well, it seems to me that you still have a technical war between Canada and America.
Oh, well,
when I say technical, it's like who's superior?
I think they
is
work
it the
hand
British
in hand.
Columbian or the French Canadian side?
Yeah, I think they work hand in hand. Especially Trudeau and Biden, both being, Democrats, left, liberal. They're working together now, hand in hand.
Oh, of course.
Absolutely.
Hello, Tiffany. How are you doing?
Morning, Tiff.
Yeah, I don't really get into the American politics at all. I think everyone's a bunch of crooks, so.
Absolutely. I think the left and the right are both lunatics. I kind of try to stay in the center with my political beliefs, but that's kind of hard when you it's hard to explain on YouTube because I don't want to get you struck, but Canada's so bad that I can't even express my real opinion on certain topics because your channel will get taken out, right? Like we have the new assisted, I'm sure you know what the next word I'm about to say is, where people are allowed to consult the doctor now if they want to go to the grave, let's say.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Cheryl M. Yes. MB TV. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what you can do because I think Grandad's gone to sleep.
I mean, I'm actually in the middle of doing things.
Okay, enough said. Go back to it. Don't want to. We really don't want to know.
I was
just
right.
Remember, will you just remember to put the top back on the brasso?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you. Yeah, you can always hop over to the website on a Tuesday, right. And you can have a chat there. It's perfectly open. You can say what you like.
Tuesday or a Thursday.
Yeah, what's the UK time? 7:15, I think.
Yeah, that's
correct. You can't really talk on YouTube about serious issues anymore.
No.
No, you can't. No, you can't because the bots or the analytics, as they call them, come after you.
Yep.
Yeah, like the what's the word I'm thinking? Software viruses, more known as sharks, that come after you and stick to you and watch you. And the only way to try and get out of it is to stop your live and relaunch it.
Right. If you're lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
Yeah. Because you can private that live stream and it can still get struck 6 months down the road, right?
Yeah, that's
somebody
great.
More than that.
Yeah, longer than that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
as we found out with a British YouTuber,
Right.
and the bot decided that's it, enough.
Yeah.
Well, we presume it was a bot.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, but the only way to do it is to download it privately.
Yeah.
For yourself and delete it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys work with AI at all. Do you play with the AI? Do you play with Midjourney? You play with the there's a something out there called Chat GPT. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can go into Chat GPT and you can get it to make you up ideas, scripts, songs, raps, poems, code, you name it. It'll write it up for you.
Yeah.
So I was cruising the headlines yesterday, and I was reading the Washington Post and the Guardian and all kinds of other different news sites. Right, like I have a broad appetite for. I look at both sides of the story. Okay, so I go over to Chat GPT and I try to get Chat GPT to write up a story containing all of the different news stories that I had gathered yesterday. Right, a couple of them were the whole Biden thing, getting caught with confidential documents. There was a couple things in there about Hunter. There was a couple things in there about Trump, and a couple things like I made sure it was broad to cover both the left and the right. And the AI spit something out, and I was like, wow. The AI told me, I'm sorry, we do not support any type of disinformation or I could probably go find what it said. No, it's gone. But it was so weird. You could so tell that the chat bot was leaning to the left. It was willing to expose Donald Trump for his misdoings, but it wasn't willing to talk about Biden and the liberals and whatnot. And it even went as far as to tell me that the chat bot, the makers of it, or the owners, the runners of it, they cut off the chat bot. They don't let the chat bot gather news articles until so it's a history of a year. So you can't, the chat bot won't bring it up. This is hard to explain. The chat bot won't bring up any news article that's been written in the last year.
Yes.
To protect itself from people. They call it misinformation. I call it people telling the truth. Right.
I think it's due to the way that it's set up, because when you go in, it does say anything post or 21 and from year 2021 to now, it would be sketchy.
Yeah.
That
was hard to explain because I don't really understand AI yet. But yeah, I hope I explained it a little bit so you understand what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, the AI is taking over the world.
It is, man, and it's liberal.
Skynet's here. Well, if you think about it, it certainly is. Right. Just need to make sure that everyone's treated fairly, because I've gone back to modding people. So much easier.
Yeah.
Cuts out all the crap. That means that, it's down to me to sort it, or whoever else is in charge. At the moment, nobody's in charge. Charged. It's the best way. So just as I said to folks, there's nothing ever planned. It's, to me, it's an open forum, as long as it stays within the terms of service. I mean, the latest one is you can't swear in the first few seconds, say 15 seconds, or if you monetize it, automatically gets demonetized.
Really?
Right.
Wow.
I mean, for someone like me who will, isn't monetized, will never be monetized.
Yeah.
Be lucky if you ever hit anywhere near the figures that they want. Anyway, the worst case scenario is I get taken down, I suppose.
Well, yeah, we've all been there, I think. Yep. It's not my first channel. I know that.
Then it'll just be a question of starting again.
Yeah. And that ain't hard, right? That ain't hard.
No.
Not with YouTube anyway.
You know, and go back to what I used to do, which was not a lot.
Yeah.
Some people say I don't do a lot these days as well, but that's probably true.
Well, you don't have to do it all in the basement.
Oh, stop moaning, you old fart.
All right, man. Well, I just come up to let you know that.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, no problem. Well, no doubt I'll see you around in the early hours.
I actually, I give you more respect than most people because you had somebody like Porter Farmer on your panel to try to get his voice out there. I would love nothing more than to sit for an hour with Porter Farmer and discuss our past, but not holler and scream. You know what I mean? He don't need to scream at me that I was molested and all that shit. You know, it's just normal conversation, right?
Well,
and work it out.
Is
right?
there.
You know,
the offer is there for both of you.
Right.
But I'd rather it wasn't done on YouTube for obvious reasons.
Oh, absolutely.
But I still think that people should have the opportunity to listen to both sides.
Absolutely.
And if I need to be,
that's what freedom of speech is all about, man. You know,
host, shall we say? You know, yeah.
Well, you could moderate, man. You could moderate. If I get out of control, I don't like. I go into a debate or a discussion. I like to have ground rules set so that I know nobody's going to step over the bounds. It's not a limitation of your freedom of speech. It's just a little bit of moderation to control the conversation to the point where it can be a conversation instead of an argument, right? I mean, people do it all the time. Like certain rules, like if somebody starts hollering over, they get muted and they get warned, you know what I mean? And vice versa, you know what I mean? So I like to have those kind of ground rules laid out before a heated discussion.
Well, I think it'd be fair. I mean, I have offered it in the past to people. They said yes, and then all of a sudden they didn't. No, but yeah, I mean, anytime. What's true is
all right, man.
It's fine. It's not a problem.
All
right, mate.
You take it easy, Granddad.
You take it easy. I've sub to your channel.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, no.
Have a good night, Wobbly, Ghost Eagle, Cheryl. Take care, guys.
Yeah, take care.
Hey, what's true is nice guy.
Yeah.
We've got Ghost Eagle. Hello, Ghost Eagle. How you doing, my friend? AJM. How are you doing? Black Watch. All the regulars are coming in. You know, I take a week off last week, folks. I'm sorry there was no show. I just wasn't feeling it. There was a load of crap going on over here in the UK regarding somebody, and I didn't want to be part of it. As you know, I don't take sides, and I like people to leave the crap at the door because it's not fair on others. People coming here just for, as it was put earlier, shits and giggles.
Chill out, innit? To be honest.
Yeah, just a chance to have a chat. But I'm not frightened of topics or anything like that. And I've got viewpoints that some people may or may not agree with. But the best place for us to discuss them is off YouTube on another area. Not only we've got the streaming service on the web shop site, but we've also got a DLive and a Twitch account. When I get round to sorting out the links for them, etc., I shall make sure they're in the description for people, because the only link there is the Discord channel, and that just looks after itself. It's usually used for posting things around the show, what we're doing or planning or attempting to, you know. Because the only thing that's planned is a Friday night show that we're going to turn up, and sometimes even I can't make them. But I am committing myself, because I need committing to a Tuesday night and a Thursday night from 7:15 on the website. What's going on? The Fallen video call never. Yeah. Do you remember the days when you didn't have the internet and you actually had to talk to people.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, until you went into a library, and then all of a sudden you were told to shh.
Yeah.
This is the place to read books. And then you get people like me who go, no shit, Sherlock. Blue Toy, thank you so much for putting together that little project. I'll figure out tomorrow how to upload it. I've got to put some licensing up for it as well. Otherwise, we could end up being having 2 strikes, and I don't want that. So on YouTube, I've got to do it perfect. Yeah. Cheryl M, how are you? Thank you for dropping in. One of our other regulars who sometimes can make it, sometimes can't. She has a lot on her plate and moderates from one area to another, which is great to see, and always advertises people's channels where allowed to. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons why I got so many people from the other side of the water coming over here. The other side of the water being Liverpool. We get them occasionally.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it's like a country in its own. I'm sure that it's not part of the United Kingdom because they talk a totally different language.
All right. Is that what you mean?
All right. I don't know what they say. What we got here? Flutoy. Yeah. Look over the other idea. Okay, will do. Cheers, mate. I'll have a look at it later. And I shall drop you a line. Flutoy is a really nice guy when you get to know him.
Yeah.
He'll help anybody out within reason, as long as it's legal. Yeah, and he's got the time. If you haven't got the time, then he can't do it. I'm not so sure about the legal bit, though. Listen, guys, if anybody wants to come on up, please do so. I can talk to Grandad all night, but I wouldn't want to be totally bored to death.
Well, exactly. Just because I tried educating
Unlike
you yesterday. I tried educating you yesterday about York, and you wouldn't have it. You said I'd bored you.
I didn't say that at all. What I actually said was, I don't want to be bored to death, unlike some people who I know who have. Yeah.
Right.
Does that make sense now?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, yeah. I've got, no disrespect in any way, shape, or form, but I believe the wonderful Lisa Marie Presley passed away. So that's 2 we've had of the elites. Although I am trying to figure out what Lisa Marie actually did, other than live off her dad's name. At least Priscilla Presley was able to do some sort of acting, and didn't just live off her husband's name, But not that I don't like Elvis. I just, what's the word I'm thinking? I can't stand him. I couldn't stand his music. I couldn't stand him. Considering he had more fans over in the UK than probably in America at one point. When he flew over to go to somewhere in Europe, he used an airport in Scotland, the one and only time that he dropped, that he landed. I won't say put foot on UK soil because he never got out of the plane.
Yeah.
And he just used it as a refueling stop.
Right.
So that's the reason why. Okay. Sorry. I can't come up, but okay. Can you play this? I'd love to play this, but I don't know what this is. You know, I know you're not well at the moment, Mrs. J. So yeah, I mean, nip up, put the link. Oh, you got the link there. Okay, let's see what it is. I trust you. Oh, Lisa Marie. Okay. Okay. It's one that you've done. Got you. Tell you what I'll do. I'll go one better. I'll play it, and I'll tell people where it is. Carry on talking, Grandad, please. Fill in.
Talking, yeah. So what's everybody been up to today? I hope you're all well and getting on with life as we all have to do. It's all right. I'm just trying to bring my right screens up. Sorry, I was busy in another screen. You put me off because I can't do two things at once. You know,
That's fine. That's not a problem.
I'm not multi-talented.
Well, yes. Okay. I can't find it now. I just downloaded this. Oh, I know why.
You found it? Have you found what you're looking for? And there's a song about
in a minute.
Isn't there a song that goes like that? But
yeah, I think so. I'll try to figure out where this has gone.
it's in one of your folders.
Yeah, I know it is. It's showing it's there.
I've just had the same problem, to be honest. I've downloaded and it's gone south, so I'll give up for now. Hello, Jose.
Jose.
Sir.
I just got to move it so I can access this file now.
Okay. Can you talk while you're fiddling elsewhere? And I'm
of
being
course
clean.
I can. I'm having a conversation with you, Anna.
Yeah, okay. Carry on then.
Yeah.
What we're going to talk about then while you're fiddling?
Oh, here we. And it's as quick as that, folks, courtesy of Mrs. J. So I'll play it again because it's. Right.
I can see that on StreamYard, but I can't see it going through to YouTube.
You can't see it going through to YouTube?
No. Hang on, I'll check that's not lagging. But yeah, I saw it on StreamYards, but not on YouTube itself. I don't know if anyone else can verify that one.
You're right.
It's there now. Yeah.
Good. All right. Is the sound coming through?
No.
No sound. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Tell you what. We will get this right. StreamYards is decided it wants to play, but not wants to play.
Yeah.
So I'll do it another way.
All the mod cons, isn't it?
Yeah. So basically, I'm not going to say what the FU stands for. I'm sure we can figure that one out ourselves. But I mean, I could tell you where she is at the moment. All I can say is that her and the dad are catching up. I've been a bit busy this week because I also had to go and pick up someone called Beck. And drop him off with one of his good friends, and that was George Harrison.
Yeah.
Her poor twin girls, only 14, but Lisa was only 9 when Elvis died. Yep.
Yeah, that's correct.
She was 54. Teflon, how you doing, my friend? I think it's. I mean, it's a shame when anybody passes away, especially when they're famous. They always come in threes. And what today is? I'm waiting for it though because today's Friday the 13th.
It sure is.
Yeah, and on Friday the 13th, it's the way it goes. Yes, Cheryl. I find it terrible that people do die. I mean, I take the mickey quite a lot, but you made a very serious point there. At the end of the day, not their. I hate it when sons or daughters go before the parents because I'm always of the opinion that parents should go before their sons or their daughters. But Beck is passed on.
Yeah.
I've heard actually that talking to beers. See how I swapped. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to be going out buying Corona again. So when they're in the property.
Yeah. So I've heard. Yeah.
Honest Abby Holly or Holy, whichever way you want to look at it. Yeah, man. Robbie Knievel, Evil Knievel's son, died at 60 today. No, I didn't know that. So there's the 3 folks. Told you to come in 3s. Wobble, please. Let's not have any. I don't mind you talking about sociology or Scientology, but please, not Ziontology as well. That's a hot potato. Kirsty Alley 2 weeks ago. Yeah, but it's in the same week. Doesn't count. Sorry, she's dead. She's gone. We've moved on now. 3 others are gone in the same week. Next week, what happens? Who else? Bring on the Kraken. Do you know what? Kraken is a really, really good liquor. Allegedly. I've never tasted the stuff personally. So, who's around? We've got a few people in. Anybody want to come up, please do so.
I'll just stop you there, Grim. How can you say that Kraken's a good drink if you've never had it?
I did say allegedly.
Oh, right. Okay. I'll retract that remark then.
Thank you. I accept your apology live on the Grim Reaper Radio Show YouTube channel. If this has been on the Grim Reaper Radio Show streaming service, we'd have had other comments to make.
I know we would. I know.
Well, I would.
This is, but I'm as bad. This
This is the
when
tamed
you've got to
down
be-
version, by the way.
Yeah,
Folks.
you've got to be careful on here, and that's what I'm finding hard. I really am. I'm finding it hard to be on YouTube.
Listen, he's been taking the blue pills. That's the reason why he's finding it hard, folks.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
told me that live on Thursday night. You can learn all sorts of secrets about Grandad.
Hello, local. Hope you're doing well.
Give me a second, please. Thank you.
Local. How many slices in the loaf then? Did you count them? You said you was gonna.
23.
Nah, I don't believe that though, because it depends. It depends.
But
on
no,
the size
yeah,
of the loaf.
if you're talking about thin cut, it's 23.
Right.
Right. We're talking about a loaf of bread for you, 1.
That's about right.
I'm not saying that you enjoy your bread at all, but I do find the amount of butter you put on, 1/2 pound, is maybe the reason why you have high cholesterol.
It could be. Could be. There's only one type of bread I like, and that's what you spend.
Oh, you like using cards? Yeah. Teflon, what's this you're putting in? Let's have a look. Oh, Grim, I had a horrible dream. The midgets chasing me on stilts. What could it mean? Oh, hang on a second. Locals confirmed it. The average is 17 slices. My God, they cut back on the bleeding, what do you call bread loaves. So now, when you turn around and say someone's a few slices of bread short of a loaf, that's a massive amount, percentage-wise.
So, but it's just like when you go in the UK and you go into these shops where it's a pound, and people think, "Oh, I'm getting a bag in here. Oh, they're only a pound in here." But you look at the size of the packet.
Did no one ever tell you size doesn't matter?
Is that what your Mrs. Grimm said?
No. You're missing the point. I said they say.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I wasn't inferring it on yourself. There was no reflection on myself. You know, I was going to ask you something. No.
Go on, then.
Did the stretcher arrive for you?
No, it's still on its way.
Well, you've got no hope in making it any bigger.
Oh, that was risque but clean.
Well, it's always clean.
Yeah, all right then.
I don't like cheddar cheese.
Yeah.
I really don't, actually. It's true, I don't. Not on toast, anyway.
Yeah.
Or in my sandwich. I mean, I like meat sandwiches, but not
cheese.
You know, where it's a little bit crusty. In fact, I don't like crusty bread because it's usually stale. But there is one thing I do want to know, right? Home Pride, right? Probably one of the biggest providers of bread ingredients. What is it that they put into processed food? Sorry, I'll rephrase this. Into, you know, the bread you get in a wax covering, or or in a plastic bag for you, right? What makes it stay so fresh? Well, and why does it taste so doughy?
Well, ask Ask local. Local should be able to answer that. I actually know that because I did used to be a baker, actually. And I will be honest with you, the bread where you if somebody what's a proper baker makes a loaf and like as you say it's dry, that is better for you than this stuff what you buy off the shelves.
Yeah. By the way, some people need to try smoked Cheshire cheese. Roach's legs, the Fallen's put in. Maybe that's what they use. They put plastic in. Yes, that's a possibility as well. I thought it was the amount of yeast, because if you ever notice when you open up, certainly the ones that are in plastic bags, how it smells.
Yeah,
now
I know.
that's not flavor. That's not flavoring.
No,
That's what they put in to make it smell like yeast.
There's additives in it, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it always says best before date, and best before date is a couple of days before it goes mouldy.
Yeah. But do you remember? I don't know if they still do it now, but I've been in the supermarket properly for quite a few years. But they used to send the smell of the bread baking to make you think, "Oh, yeah, I want some." Yeah.
It's the idea. Now here's one from honest Abby Holly. I make my own bread, so do I. Print it off downstairs, but please don't anyone say anything.
I wondered what all that ink was for.
Shh. It's the paper that gets expensive, because now I've got to get a certain plastic that goes over it. You see as well.
Oh, you just get a loaf of bread and then wrap it in that plastic. You know, you take the dye.
Oh, it stays fresher. Stays fresher, doesn't it? Of course. Stupid me.
Yeah.
Right. All of the opinions expressed by participants, ignore this a second because I don't care, in live chat or in the comment section are for those individuals and do not reflect the channel owner, because I can't say I agree or disagree. Viewers discretion advised at all times, because this channel is only meant for the over 18s. We transmit on psyop.tv. That is an old one, folks. We don't currently transmit on psyop.tv. And there's a reason for that. I can't think of what that reason is at the moment, but there is a reason for it.
Yeah, I could. But I can't say it.
Oh, yeah. It's off air at the moment. Happy Friday the 13th, everybody. Yeah, I hope you get through the day, especially if you are, 8 hours or so behind us. And to all the Australians, I think your day's almost done. And you just came on here for the Friday the 13th giggle. But that's the reason why Grandad's here, because it is Friday the 13th, so we needed to scare people.
That's correct. Yeah.
We would have had Stangu, but he's got a prior appointment.
Yeah,
at the old folks' home. He's got one of those screen masks on, and apparently waving around a piece of plastic shaped as a knife. And then we've got Jaded. She's turning around and saying, do you want to play a game? And that's called Jigsaw. Yeah. Plutoy.
Plutoy, hello.
Hello,
you are live. I love the way he puts it's me, and he's already here.
I didn't know you'd be so quick.
Pardon?
I didn't know you'd be so quick.
Pardon? Would you like a third time? Would you like to rephrase that?
Do you know what? I came up because I got my hands on an AI chatbot, right? The thing is blowing my mind. So I wanted to see, do you or maybe the people in your chat want to ask it questions? I'll take the questions, put it into the bot, and give you the answer.
Yeah,
The thing
I've
is-
got a question. Why do I bother?
All right, let me see. I kind of know. I know what it's going to say. Let me see. Why do I bother? I have an idea what it's going to say. I'm not sure what you're asking. Can you please provide more context or clarify your question? Ooh. This thing is nuts. Like, I've tried put it to test. I was like, should a man be punished if he steals a loaf of bread to feed his family? And it gives all these moral answers. And I was like, does AI need humans? And it's giving all these weird answers, you know.
Okay, Cheryl, have a great day. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for doing what you do, which is take part, which is the most important thing. And we'll be speaking again, no doubt, sometime soon. Even.
Bro.
Okay. Tell you what. Ask this one. What was revolution number 9?
Okay. What was revolution?
Now, in the background, folks, you can hear that rain, right? It's hitting down. That's not rain. That's the bot thinking.
Okay. Oh wow, it's a long answer. Revolution 9 is a song by the Beatles from their 1968 self-titled album, also known as the White Album. The song is an experiment piece that features a college of sound, including spoken word, sample, orchestra elements, and electronic effects. It was created by Lennon and Uno during the time they were experimenting with avant-garde art and music. The song has been noted for its unconventional style and has received mixed reviews from critics and listeners.
Okay. What advertising slogan is in most people's bathrooms?
Slogan is in most people's bathrooms. Now, this thing doesn't have access. It's not connected to the net like Alexa or Siri.
No. It's
It doesn't search the net. Do you know what I mean? It's just like the advertising slogan, "Flush with pride,"
no, wasn't that one?
is often seen on bathroom products such as toilets and toilet recleaning products. The slogan is used to promote the idea that using this product will leave the user feeling clean and proud of their bathroom. The phrase is commonly used on toilet towels, cleaners, toilet fresheners, and other bathroom cleaning products.
Okay, do regenerate.
Regenerate response.
Yeah.
Flushable and safe for sewer and septic systems is a common advertising slogan found on bathroom products like toilet paper. The same.
Okay, right. So we're not getting any sense out of the bot, right? The AI. So let's turn it over to the humans, right? What bathroom product, right, has the best invented slogan, right? However, it is also a direction.
It is also a direction.
Yeah. Now, if we were over on the channel, the other channel, we'd play some music while people started to think and came up with the ideas, you know. But we haven't got that luxury here for 4 hours, especially with the two people up here with me. Come on, guys. I can understand Grandad not understanding it, right?
I just don't know the answer. Like a direction, like up, down, left, right.
No, it's not flush.
Brush. Rinse.
That's part of it.
Rinse and repeat.
That's the one. What's it on?
Mouthwash?
No, shampoo.
So
every
Oh.
bottle of shampoo.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Rinse and repeat. Now,
Hey, Jade.
Why would you buy a product do you have to use twice? When the
Yeah.
first time's good enough.
It
It's
is.
to sell.
Yeah.
And the advertising slogan and the direction.
Right.
It's on every single bottle of shampoo that's ever been created until it was pointed out.
Wait,
And
I didn't know.
You get it right every time. I don't know why.
I didn't know Hat was here. I didn't know Hat was here, Graham. Where's Hat? I haven't seen him.
Jay did.
It's always great to see Hat.
Yes, I know.
I think Hat might have been incarcerated because I saw signs that read "Free Hat."
Free Hat.
Yeah.
Northern Souls. Nice to see you. Hopefully you'll be a bit of sanity in here.
Oh, we don't want any of that sanity around here.
Yeah.
We're local people.
Not with me,
This is a local stream for local people.
Why are you here? Who let him in the door? Hang on a second.
You know what?
I'm just checking the name on above the door. It doesn't say Trolls Anonymous.
Do you want to hear I have a cunning plan. You know, like
okay.
Go on, my cunning plan to solve British homelessness. Right. All the homeless people go down to the beach, throw a bit of water on yourself, rip up your passports and throw them away. You get put up in a hotel.
Correct. It's true, though, isn't it? It is true. Yeah.
And don't talk. That's the key. Don't talk.
We're sailing close. We're sailing close to those terms of services there. So you know.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
It's it's if I say something like that, then that's fine. You know what I mean? I take it on the chin.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Sorry.
I mean, if I said something like that, someone would turn around and say, "See, told you, he's racist." Just because I loved Thy Neighbor when I was young.
Yeah,
I thought it was a really good series, and it still is. I don't understand why it can't be shown. Doesn't make sense to me.
It is shown. It's shown on that's TV. If you get that's TV, it's shown on there. It's on Freeview.
There's clips also on YouTube from it.
Yeah, I got a few episodes. I watched them all. Which are on YouTube. Now YouTube can show them, so why can't one of them? It's Eddie Gagnon, folks. He's in the house. He's just come off a localized tour where he lives. He's been to 16 pubs, and what did he get? Pissed.
You know what? There's even Americans who have a YouTube channel who review that show. I've seen it.
Yes. Yeah.
And he thinks it's hilarious, and he's black.
It's the same as Till Death Us Do Part, things like that. You know why? It's just slapstick comedy.
It was a different generation, it was a different time. That's how people were. It wasn't seen as wrong. I guess today it would be seen as wrong. There's no way you get away with any of that.
Yeah, even in Sickness in Health, when that was on, and Gloria, who came along as the carer for him.
But didn't even
that was in the 80s. You couldn't do that now.
Yeah, I think Postman Pat got in a little bit of trouble, didn't they? I'm not even sure you're allowed to say the word. The dolls. With the red lips and.
Oh right, yeah. There's no reason why not. You're only saying the dolls.
No. I'm saying the dolls instead of the proper term.
Oh right, okay, right.
Starting with Dolly.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay. You mean Dobbs and Jam?
Actually, seeing all that though, I could show a picture now but I can't show it on here because I know it'll get us into trouble, right? But it's in the national papers. I believe it's in the Star today. It's about a teacher, and it shows you the picture of him with massive frontage. Is a transgender.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you could show it on here, but we don't get into political.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. No.
Now,
no.
before we move on, I just want to say thank you to everybody here in the chat, because we've now got Eddie on the show, and you know what it's like, folks, when you get two people talking the same language, Gaelic.
All right, Eddie.
You just can't get a word in edgeways. Hello, Eddie. How you doing, mate?
Hello, chaps. How are you?
You just done a tour in London, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
Well, you say a tour. In Ireland, we generally call it on the run.
On the road.
Oh, you got to go there, Eddie.
Yeah.
No, seriously, folks. I like both of these guys. They're quite quick-witted. And then we got Grandad.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's about right. Yeah.
He was normally in the basement, folks. He's normally in the basement.
Yeah. But Eddie, you should come on the other stream. I act like this on there. I've got to be reserved on here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, hang on. He's not really reserved. He's exactly the same over there as he is here. Not. There's another side to Grandad, which I'm starting to see. Not that I understand it, but I'm starting to see it.
Possibly like the granddad from Bread. Maybe, I don't know.
No. He's everything is not on here. Right, he's a typical old cod. You're right.
I'm right.
I would actually say no. Granddad or Dad, I can't remember. Granddad in some cases, I think it was referred to on what's that show? Mrs. Brown's Boys. He's a deviant old git. And when he gets away with it, and over there he can.
I think that show was liked more in England than it is in Ireland. I'm not sure though. What do you think, Eddie?
Probably, yeah.
Now, Father Ted. Now that's a show.
Yes, it was a show.
Definitely.
Oh, the brilliant show.
Dougal.
God, I thought he walked in then. See you later, Northern Souls. Thanks for dropping in, mate.
But
Well,
did
sounds,
you,
I should say, not soul.
the way that Mrs. Brown started, like how it was in Ireland, it was more musical, wasn't it? And then it started comedy, but it was more musical.
It was a
then
radio show. It was a radio
Oh,
show.
right.
It was a stage show.
Right.
Then it went up. Then they had there's a couple of TV things, and then the BBC got involved, and then they changed it. Then he changed it to away from the format, and it was an evening round at Mrs. Brown's. And I didn't think it was as good.
No,
I thought the comedy was there. I just didn't think it was as good because it had all these people coming on.
They
ruined it.
Like the Christmas specials, like that, they were.
Yeah, they're good.
I thought the film was good. That's all.
Yeah,
I couldn't really get into it at all now.
Well, you see, each to their own, and this is why we have freedom to watch what the hell you like.
That's it.
And to attend. We get
Well,
people.
he was-
I call them transients. Right? We
He
get a lot of people that
wasn't
come into
bad.
the stream and disappeared, and they come back.
He wasn't a bad stand-up before that. Before all that, Mrs. Brown stuff.
he was.
Yeah.
When he done Mrs. Brown, right? He was actually what people a lot of people that don't realize he was actually adding them into the show that he don't like. Let's say how's your Raspberry Ripple and all them shows, you know.
Mm-hmm. I think what
And
it is when he says they all say feck,
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
heck,
and you think they wouldn't say any fucking thing else, you know?
Yeah.
Every second word is feck.
Like
I mean, I don't.
the odd time you put a U in the like, in between the F and the C, you know. But other than that, you know.
Yeah, I just thought they couldn't spell. Thanks for ruining that.
Well, that too. Like,
I thought it, a bit like the Americans. The Americans took our language and butchered it.
They totally wrecked it.
I mean, I can understand saying things spelling things as how they sound. That makes perfect sense. But they get confused when they talk English as well. Mind you, so did the Canadians, so I'm being fair there. And as for the Atlanteans, which apparently is supposed to be somewhere in Antarctica, buried under all the ice, etc. I was listening to a stream yesterday, and someone said they found a map with the location, and I thought it was one of them old pirate maps that says X marks the spot. But then I realised the kid drew it.
no, I mean, there's a load of locations, though, isn't there? A load of potential locations. Somebody says it's in Africa. There's a place in Africa, and it's not even in the sea. Like, it's
it's buried under the sea.
You can see this place from space, right? In Africa, it's a big circle. It's like a big, huge circle that you can see from space, and one guy reckoned that was the description of Atlantis. So there's a lot of places. Some people say it's in the Mediterranean. Some people say it's off the coast of Ireland. I mean,
I'm going to have to say that either or is correct depending on how you phrase it. And it's acceptable in the King's English. Because now we're back to having a king, we can say things like that.
Yeah.
Queen's English didn't make much sense to me at all. But the King's English always did, because the King's as thick as two short planks as well.
Because boys rule, girls drool.
I use spelt because it's shorter to type. It makes no sense to me. Well, you just got to be careful with spelt that you don't put an M in it, because can you imagine it? They smelt off.
They smelt.
They smelt. Sorry, I'm dyslexic.
Yeah, that's true, Jade. Spelt is a type of flower. Yeah, from a seed, I think.
Hey, do you know something? I've got to say this, right? I thought I had a mind of useless information, but Jaded, you far surpass that. You really do. Occasionally, I suppose it does go into when we do quizzes, it comes into fruition, and you win everything. Hence the reason why we're not doing a quiz. I don't know whether it's telepathy with the quizmaster or not,
or possibly Google, maybe. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's not me. I don't ask silly questions, or stupid questions. If I asked you what the meaning of life was, how many people would actually know that?
How many people would say 42?
Quite a lot of people would say 42, I would have thought, because that is the meaning of life. However, the wrong question was asked.
Right.
It could be 33.
Yeah. I'm full of trivia. I've lived longer than anyone else.
Hey, you're full of Google as well.
The other day I was in
I
a shop.
don't believe that we would never ever accuse anyone of being full of Google.
Alexa, I accuse her of being full of Google. I was in a shop there.
Don't ask the AI what Google is. You'll get 14,000 characters.
Oh God, no, I'm not going to do that. It writes software as well, so I asked it to write an AI chat box a software, and it did.
Oh,
It started,
nice.
It gave me an example and started writing it and told me what I need to do to make one.
You know, I asked. It was a Siri, right? What was like to sing "Happy Birthday," and they they came back. Asked the professionals.
Ask the professionals.
Yeah.
Oh, I get you.
So if you went to the likes of what was it? What's the other one?
Alexa, Siri.
Yeah, Alexa. Like Alexa would actually come back and say happy, like actually sing it to you.
All right.
Even if it's not your birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can program it because it picks up from your Amazon details, right? What your birth date is. So it will actually wish you a happy birthday.
Yeah.
You know.
Nice to see you, Rasta.
Rasta,
All right,
you're right. You can come on up. I've heard some of your streams recently. You can't turn around and say that your mic's garbage or your broadband's garbage or whatever. You know, your internet connection. Rasta does a lot of YouTube only streams. So, he doesn't have StreamYards or anything like that. But he has a lot to say. And he plays something that I think most people on the panel may remember because most of us are of a certain age gap. LPs, long playing records.
All right.
They're the black discs before CDs.
The big ones.
Yeah, which are coming back.
That are
now,
very
yeah.
brittle. They're very brittle.
I'll just say this to JD, right? Your secret's safe with me.
And he means that most sincerely, folks.
I was in the shop the other day, and there was an Oriental woman, and we were both going in the same direction. And I let her go, and she smiled at me and said, "Thank you." And I said, "Oh, age before beauty." I said, "I'm only joking. I'm only joking." And she said, "Oh, I'm used to the Irish by now." She said, with a smile, like.
The new phone fell through. I hope it didn't break, mate. I can't get on with the phone. StreamYard won't work. Yeah, no. Ah, right, got you. Well, use your laptop. Well, I know you have problems with your sound, etc. It's good to see you in here anyway, my friend. So we've got two with hair, two without hair. One, I suspect, chooses to be without hair and shaves the head on a regular basis to be like Yul Brymmer. And the other one's got 3 hairs on his head, and he does a comb over all the time.
Oh no, I shave my head because I have 2 hairs.
Very Homer-esque, shall we say?
Yeah, me too. I rock the Homer as well.
I have a hanky in the comb anyway, so that's the main thing.
I've got a question to ask. The other day, when you and I were having a quick chat, Eddie, I mentioned an Irish singer who rocks in a chair. Have you had a chance to do any listening to learn any of the tunes? Or have you been busy still?
I was actually given a friend a send off back to Australia.
Fair enough.
So it was quite
A hectic time.
yeah.
Well, the Australians travel forward in time anyway, don't they? By the time
Yeah,
they get back.
they're about like 10 or 11 hours in front of us.
Mm.
Yeah, but they never give up the lottery numbers.
No, they don't.
Yeah. What's the betting? Right, that the jet lag is worse than it is when you go backwards in time.
We're going back in time, Marty.
Is he still alive or is he gone?
No, he's still around.
Yeah, still. Well,
So is Marty.
Yeah.
Doesn't do much these days, but
Yeah.
sad old story, definitely.
Ever since since then we have like a new DeLorean.
Yeah, Rasta's been losing his hair lately, or it's virtually gone.
His
He's
dreadlock.
got no worries.
You mean his dreadlocks?
Well, I think what it is, he's got a new. He's a born again piss tank. I mean, a born again piss tank. I mean, a born again person. Where did born again? No, born again. Gee, I can't even get it right. Wonder where that came from. Oh yeah, that was one of Kevin Bloody Wilson's. Born again piss tank.
You're
Right. Okay.
There you go, Grim. I just corn bombed you.
Corn bombed.
Yeah.
At least I don't get queen bombed these days. I might end up getting king bombed.
I don't know whether you noticed what was in the hand, but there's guns there. So
can I just say that I think I'm going to get picked on by King Charles sooner or later because I keep calling him a turd.
okay, we call him a turd. So.
There's a lot of news about the royal family at the moment about how they're fighting and something to do with teddy bears and
it's
picnic.
It's mainly Meghan Markle. She got on the headlines there recently.
Oh, it's because of your man's book, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not talking about teddy bears. They're talking about gummy bears.
Oh.
Well, are you seeing the new 50 pences, what they've brought out of him? They've had to scrap them because they couldn't get his ears on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have
54p. 54p.
They're actually reshaping it so they can do it. You'll be able to pick them up either side.
Are they really going to change the money? Are they?
Have they started already?
Because like
Eddie's got one. Eddie's got one.
Eddie's got one.
Like, I'm not being funny, but
Got King Charles on. All right.
Yeah, I'm not being funny, but he doesn't have long left, does he? And then they're going to have to change the money all over again.
Yeah.
Taxpayers' money.
Are you sure? I don't mean this offensive, but was you in Little Britain?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have been compared to Mr. Matt Lucas, all right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about Seven Dwarfs because I just thought.
Yeah, I'm.
When you talking about little groups, I thought they only came once a year, a bit like Santa Claus, but that's another story. Oh, Grandad, please stop it. He's looking at me as if to
Oh,
say,
I was having a drink. I was having a drink of water.
and joking about the eyes on your avatar.
He was
What
he was
about-
wondering what Mrs. Claus is going to think about that joke.
Yeah.
Don't know. She's got all them elves to look after, so she'd be happy. Allegedly.
Maybe Santa makes adult toys too. Who knows?
Yeah, you
No.
never know.
Do you think there could be a line in that? Do you think it could be something that could be sold?
Santa's adult toys. Yeah.
If they haven't already been, they might be the next.
Yeah, this year.
Guaranteed productive.
Buy a load and rebrand them. If they come in white label, we can rebrand them. TH free product range.
free. You get one for women where the nose glows, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Actually, guys and girls, I've got an apology to make. I've been advertising one of our sponsors ahead of time because their website isn't actually up and running. It's under construction. It's coming soon. Well, apparently that's what he said. He's going soon. Think about that one, folks. And that's our merch. Market. Regrettably, the website's under construction, so although you're going to see it banded around, it's in preparation for the mega launch, which will take all of 2 seconds. It's just a click of the button, apparently. But they have been onto us and they've said, look, can you please explain to people that if they do go and do a search for our merch.market, they're not going to see much at the moment. And I went, yes, that's certainly not a problem. But I need to go and speak to the people who run THC. So I went over, had a conversation with them. They said, no, it's fine. We're up and running. People can come along and place an order. So for all you guys out there, ladies, anybody over the age of 18, if you want any THC-free products, go to thc-free.biz. That's a dash in between, by the way.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's got like thousands of products, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's got loads of. It's got everything from edibles through to paraphernalia to stick up your nose. To smoke on. And they even do CBD cigarettes. Now, this could be funny, right? They don't contain tobacco. Okay, so, there's no nicotine in them, right?
Yeah.
But they smell, apparently, allegedly, like a joint. I'm not sure what a joint smells of, but apparently, because I'm sweet and innocent, okay? Anyway, can you imagine going outside smoking one of these and being pulled by a copper?
Yeah.
I can smell weed. Can you?
Are you sure about that? How do you know what weed smells like, officer?
Yeah. Well, those are the sort of questions you can ask. Was it a training course you went on, sir? Always ask a question. Never give them any answers. Always ask a question. So when they ask you a question, you ask them a question back. You don't give an answer. So once they turn around to you and they say, what's your name? You always turn around and say, what's your name and shoulder number or work number or whatever it is you want to ask them.
Do I have to answer that question?
You just tick that off. And then when they repeat themselves and they say, what's your name? You can turn around and say, I don't answer questions.
Yep.
And then when they turn around to you and say, well, I just told you my name and my collar number or serial number, you turn around and say, yes, but you have to. I don't.
Yeah, it's in your policy. Yeah.
Oh, you don't say that. You say you have to.
Yeah.
Can't say it's in the policy just in case it's not.
But
But
it is though.
well, it is.
The reason why is because if they do something wrong, how can you report them? You can't go to police station and go, some copper did this. And they're going to go, which one? You go, I don't know.
Well, when
You
I
have to be
first
able to
came
report-
across coppers many years ago, they had funny shaped hats, right? And I always wondered whether their heads fitted the hats. So when I was a kid, I used to go around knocking the coppers' hat off just to find out. And apparently, if I remember right, they didn't. So when I learnt that, I always thought then that they were the speaking clock. Now, BT back in the day brought out the speaking clock, known as Tim. It was Tim back in the day. 1, 2, 3.
Morning, Tim.
Hi, Tim. Anyway, I used to go around and ask Copper what time it is. Right? Why? Because they're a walking speaking clock. Because back then you had policemen on the beat. So what else are they going to do other than tell you what time it is? Great when you when you need to get back for your tea. Otherwise, your mother will back to you. Because he used to say, "You want to know the time? Always ask a policeman."
Maybe originally it was a Ratatouille type deal.
Who's getting the clicks?
Me, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Don't have a problem. You're just asking. You're getting more clicks than we are.
No, do you know what happens? Is for some reason, right? It doesn't notify me, right? And then all the notifications come at once. I don't know why it's doing that.
Yeah.
And so the phone goes it's like crazy.
I get an email after I've gone live telling me I've gone live. I
actually didn't get notified that you were live. I was looking for you.
Ooh.
I thought you went on the website and stuff, but I couldn't find you. The notification finally came, though, I think. Hold on, let me look. Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, did it?
I'm glad it works, although you were already here.
No, it was 30 minutes.
Did you get a notification?
No, I didn't.
Huh.
Yeah, hold on a second, let me look.
I don't have my phone with me, to be fair. So,
fair enough. I was going to say, well done, Google, 50% right.
Yeah.
Where is the notification? I saw the thing that you're coming on at 8:15. So that one.
Yeah, that was
the advert.
Was my underwear.
Yeah.
That was Grandad. So I'm going to have to go through some do's and don'ts on this side of things, because allegedly, fonts have to be in a certain thing. The colours can only be this and that, and various other things. It takes me ages to write something out these days because I've got a checklist next to me. Yep, that's in the right font. That's in the right font. That's in the right colour. Oh shit, I've got to change that colour. But the yellow is a perfect yellow. Apparently, it's supposed to be pleasing to the eye.
There is a software that you can click on the color and it will give you. Do you know the way each color has a number?
Yes.
It will give you the color's number, so you can always use the same yellow, for example.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's what this is. This color was assigned to the Grim Reaper. So I've been using it basically on near enough everything. It's either this or black.
Okay.
You know, occasionally I use white because I don't want to be accused of not using all the colors. Yeah. I wouldn't want to discriminate. You know, I could actually take that one step further, but I won't, not on here.
Not on YouTube.
The diagnosis of that, by the way, is a bit too risque. You know, you can't even talk about a joke of an Irishman, an Englishman, and a Welshman. the Scotsman anymore.
No.
Because they're in the
Correct.
Even though you include them, right? And you can change the one who appears the most dumbest out of them all, right? Depending on where you are. But there's always some snowflake who takes offence.
That's weird. A joke is a joke, in my opinion.
Give them a game instead, you know?
Yeah. I mean, could you imagine if I turned around to Pluto and said, right, do me a favour, there's 3 shovels over there, go and take your pick. Right? If I said something like that, I could offend somebody.
Yeah. People who get offended like that.
There's only 3 shovels there. How could I take my pick?
Yeah.
Yeah. There isn't a pick there. Yeah.
But you know what? People are starting to use terms really, really loosely. Like I know, like definitely racism is wrong, right? It's just wrong. Everybody agrees racism is wrong.
Yeah.
But the thing they're labeling to racism aren't necessarily racist, right? Because for me, for something to be racist, there has to be a hateful intent, right? Or a negative hateful intent for it to be racist, right?
Yeah.
I mean, would you say call a weightlifter a racist?
Why?
Yes, as long as they were lying down.
Yeah. I get what you mean. Yeah.
Would you? Really? Would you?
I see what you're getting at, though.
No, if you think about
what you're
it,
getting at. No, I won't call them that one.
Yeah, the only reason I would say that is if they were lying down, because I would know that they were lifting weights up in the air. I've got a chance of getting out of there.
But Grim, you only have to outrun Grandad.
Well, I would imagine that would be politically correct, no?
Mm. Yeah. Well, maybe not.
Like,
maybe
our
so.
jokes are like Irish jokes racist? No, I don't think so. First of all, Irish isn't a race.
They're rebellious, but not racist.
Hey, Bullseye, there's only one thing that Grim can beat me to, and that's the sausage rolls when he's round here.
I eat them while they're in the oven. I eat them while they're in the oven, folks.
Is that a large one or a small one?
Listen, I'll tell you, I've got to be honest, right? Grandma, right? She makes the best sausage rolls known to heaven or hell, right? And when they come out of the oven, the trick is just to let them cool down long enough so you can just pop them in your mouth and chew them. And then you get people coming round and going, I heard there's sausage rolls.
No,
you heard correctly. There were sausage rolls.
And that's
awesome.
It's correct. That.
But I do share. I left 4 out, and there was 2 guests. That's 2 each. Not my fault that one of them ate 3.
One of those you've just been tangled,
You snooze, you lose.
Exactly. And
I was off.
You told me you were going to be here before me, so I never, it's a bonus. You wouldn't have saved me any.
I was off keto for Christmas, and we had, which I love and I haven't had in a long time, potato bread. Do you have that over there? You fry it.
Ooh.
You fry it with your breakfast, with your bacon and eggs and sausages.
No, we fry normal bread, and it becomes French.
Yeah. No, yeah. You should try.
If you put eggs with it.
Oh, you should try potato bread, Grim. And just fry it up a little bit and make sure that you have a runny egg on top, like the yellow of the runny egg on the bread. Ah, it's beautiful. It goes really well to fry up.
What was that you called? What type of bread?
Play-Doh.
Potato bread.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said Play-Doh bread.
No, potato. And there's also soda bread, which is quite nice too. But potato bread is just the business. Tesco sell it. Like, you should be able to get some in Tesco. Look out for it, guys, and try it with a fire.
Hang on, are you talking about potato cakes or potato bread?
We call it potato bread. Maybe you call it potato cakes. I don't know. It's like
Uh,
flat and square, or a kind of rectangular shape and
Yeah,
flat.
yeah. It's Tesco's imitation of potato cakes.
Yeah,
The
you
potato
get
cake is something you should make.
about
You
6 of them
know.
in a pack. I think 6 in a pack.
Yeah. The price of that's gone up. Bit like the butter we used to buy, we don't anymore because it's even gone up being shipped across from Ireland, Kerrygold.
Yeah.
It's gone up to over £4 a bleeding block.
Yeah, you can blame the Americans for that.
Yeah.
Because they're buying it all. They love it out there.
Yeah, there's butter now, and I can't believe it's not butter.
Well, that's what I said
Yeah.
about the prices. It's getting to a point now where the missus is thinking of going to Aldi to see whether or not she can get something similar, but in a German name, or is that Lidl? I'm not sure which.
Both. You know, they were brothers. They're brothers, and they split, and one made Aldi and one made Lidl. They're both German brothers.
Well, I thought Lidl was Swedish.
No, German.
All right. So they're in direct competition with each other on a permanent basis, so.
Yeah, for since the start. Except the difference between them, right, was in can't remember. I think it's Holland. Maybe they did it in Germany. I don't know. But one would sell cigarettes under the counter, and one wouldn't.
Right.
And that's what caused the split, because one brother didn't want to sell cigarettes and the other one did.
Yeah, but now neither do.
Yeah, well, I mean, in Holland they do. One sells cigarettes on the counter.
Yeah, well, that's fine. But I mean, anywhere else, Aldi's building more stores than anything else. I mean, at the moment,
They've got them in America now.
Yeah. I saw someone doing an audit of it.
Really?
Which I thought was hilarious. Well, actually, no. They were doing an audit of somewhere next door, a bank, I think it was, out in the middle of nowhere. Because the Americans have banks. They don't have high street banks. You know, they're out in the sticks somewhere with... well, when I say out in the sticks, they're in a non-built-up area, but commercialised. There'll be a few shops around, maybe. This place was next to one. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I kept seeing Aldi, and I'm thinking,
Is this America?
What are you doing over there?
Yeah. I wonder, do they sell the same stuff? Like our people, like Americans are also in there going, "What the hell is Scoover-Noover?"
That's easy for you to say. And sober.
You know, I don't drink.
Exactly, that's why I said it.
I'm the only Irish man who doesn't drink. Ask Eddie.
Do you know what? It'd be great to take him on the pub crawl. My round, no, you're right. No.
Yeah, I could drive.
I bought your coat last time.
It'd be great because I could drive.
Maybe in the Fibber McGee's or something.
Fibber McGee's. No, really, I don't drink.
I know you.
I'll be slipping in a snowball, whatever you like.
No. I mean, I could
He's
have a
part of
beer.
the party.
I don't like the taste of wine. All right, that's the main thing. Is why I don't drink. So I don't like wine. And people said to me, "Oh, it's because you haven't tasted good, expensive wine," and I have, and it's shit to me as well. Like nobody has. People have tried to make me like wine and failed every time. Taste this. No. Shit.
Well, there's certain wines that you can have like that is very tasty on the palate, you know.
I don't know. I've never found one. I prefer the grapes. Give me the grapes.
Yeah.
Stop messing with the fucking grapes.
Come with me. I'll teach you a thing or two about a thing or two.
Do you know how many people have said that to me, Eddie?
Yeah.
If I had
I will teach you a thing or two about a thing or two.
I'm happy enough not drinking, because it's unhealthy, it's addictive, it's just not a good
You
thing.
don't. Like, to be fair, you don't have you don't have to have a beer, like, to enjoy yourself anyway.
You don't. No, you don't.
Hello, Devo.
The legendary, the one, the only Devo himself.
Hey, Devo.
Devo, do you want to come over here and join the live? You're more than welcome.
Now, weed, that's a different thing. That's a different thing. I'm a connoisseur.
Yeah, of course you can smoke weed, mate. I don't have a problem with you smoking weed. Your camera's not going to be on light, but yeah. I've never objected to anybody
doing their thing, you know.
It's all right. We're over the first 30 seconds of the show.
Oh, we can curse now. Thank fuck.
I always say it's 4:20 somewhere, usually in my time frame, not in anybody else's. So wherever I am. Oh, he's on the wine.
He's on the wine.
Oh God, he's going to be pissed again. Oh, you're out and about, are you? All right, no worries, mate.
That's Photo's fault. He mentioned wine, and it's one of them, isn't it? You get Christmas, people give you stuff. I've drank all the whiskey. Grim's got the evidence, and now I've got the wine.
I know you got the backup.
So
I've been listening to 3 people whine all night. Now, Grandad's got the liquid version, so I think he's the one taking the piss.
He will after.
Yeah, if you want to giggle, guys, Eddie's been there, but and I know some people have heard of Devo. Click on the link; he's put it in there. He does wake and bake sessions on a regular basis, and he's also started to do some, for us, late night shows as well, which is always good because he comes up at 6 o'clock in the morning saying, I can't sleep. Now it's 6 o'clock to me, and he's at least 5-6 hours behind me. So I just think it's hilarious.
Yeah,
he smokes weed, so you don't have to.
No. He smokes weed where it's legal.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Hey, folks, we've got to put up with this CBD. We are a THC free zone. Honest.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like you can get the vapes, the whole load of products. There's thousands of products you can get. Like,
Gummies.
Yeah. Do you know what? You're flogging a dead horse there, mate. But I'll tell you what we will do. We'll have a competition, right? Eddie, can you drum up some, if possible, some advertising music and songs, right, for CBD, right? If you want some inspiration, go over to the website, right? Pluto, can you do some some wonderful shorts, right? We can't do it on here. But we can certainly do it over on the website. We'll have a night of just advertising CBD products.
yeah, do you know what would be awesome, Grim? If you could do like a live review of stuff, buy some stuff and review them live on the website. Would you be into that?
I'm going to get some stuff off it, so I'll review certain stuff. Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I've already tried it. I've already reviewed it. I'm buying some more. That's my review.
You didn't do it live, though.
Oh, God, no. I'm a very private person. And that would mean that people would have to see my face.
Oh, we've never seen your face.
That's the one. Or very few people have. Because if they did, they wouldn't return.
Thanks for that, Grim. Thanks for not showing your face. Wait, appreciate it.
I thought you'd appreciate that one.
You see, even when he was out in public, he was dressed up as Father Christmas.
Now they're dressed up as the Grim Reaper. 3
What?
times audits. How you doing?
All right, 3 times.
Greetings.
Yeah, greetings.
I don't know who you are, but you're more than welcome. It's true, you know. I don't know who after people are who drop in to say hello. It's always good to see people.
Friends are friends, I guess.
Exactly.
Well, that's it.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I am subscribed to you, so I do know you. I have come across you, and you've got quite a few followers there, which is always good. Do you know what I like doing, folks? Going into people's playlists, right, or going to the videos, and you get the option occasionally to play all.
Yeah.
Right, I listen to those, put them on a play all, listen to them when I'm going to sleep, right? And 9 times out of 10, I wake up to a similar conversation later on as well, which is good.
That's a very nice thing to do because you're giving them loads of watch hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I hope you paid.
Granddad's sub to free. I don't know what you've done 3 times, but he's subbing all over the place.
Well, I'm going to go over and give him a sub too. Why not?
Yep, I'd already subbed. Must have been in somebody else's stream, and I've seen the name. And as I say, always do your own research. Certainly before you turn him into blue. But
I hope you paid for his dry cleaning, Grim. I hope you paid for his dry cleaning. I hope you paid for his dry cleaning.
Whose?
3 times audits. You said you came across him.
Oh.
I got all the bad jokes right here.
Okay, right. Now then. If you tune Nets' kicking game, please come on up, Jaded. We could do with a sing along. We've got Eddie there.
Yeah,
what's that? Dirty? Eddie. Just had to clean my face. That was the most exciting part. We're getting worse. We're getting worse. Yeah, if you want to come up and say hello, there's only a few people around. We don't have loads of people, and there's a reason because most people watch it afterwards. Don't know why, and probably because of the time of day that we appear.
Yeah, plus Friday night. Yeah.
Friday the 13th. This is your night.
Yeah, just be careful, Flutoy. Granddad's above you, and he does have chocolate.
I hope you're not leaking, Granddad.
He tends to shake it occasionally, you see. Just be careful. I thought Dave Allen had walked in then. Now there's an Irish comedian.
Yeah, he's a genius back in the day.
Yeah, definitely was.
Right. Sorry, I get allergic to church music.
How did you hear that?
Everybody could hear it.
Was that coming through my speaker?
I was, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, do you know what it
That's
was?
the reason why I muted you. It was funny to start off with.
Oh, sorry. You know what it was? Like I thought it was one of yous, but it was actually somebody in Jitsi.
Hey, hang on.
All right.
3 times he sat in the kitchen with people coming across him. Or her.
What a mess! What a mess must have been made.
Hey, it's that new design, swinging kitchens. Now, here's somebody who starred in their own film.
Oh, hecky.
Jackie.
It was a bit blue, that one. Sorry. Reminds me what I used to call the police, blue bottles. I obviously had a lot of respect for the police, even in my younger days.
Do you know who that was? That was Mrs. J, by the way.
Oh, was
That's not... What was? Jay did?
No, Mrs. J playing the church music.
No, that came from you.
Yeah, but
Oh,
that's
she,
only.
is she, she running a live, or is she on...
No.
somewhere
I've
else?
got Jitsi open.
Oh, thanks for letting me know.
Sorry about that.
Who else is in? Who else is in the inner circle?
Nick Willey.
Right. Okay. I'm so glad that it's Nick who's listening to that.
I think he's off. So. I thought it was one of you guys. I was wondering where the hell is that coming from.
No.
Sorry
That's
about
why when it's okay. It's fine. The mute button works, folks.
that. Good.
Yeah.
Don't want to get no
On the odd
copyright.
occasion, it's needed.
Right.
Usually, I mean, I don't mind freedom of speech, you with me, but there's only certain types of music I can allow being played.
Yeah, you can get copyright.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
I mean-
just that. The thing is, I started a song yesterday, right, on the other channel, and it took it off. Couldn't believe it.
really.
Yeah. Very controlling.
Yeah.
Just because you were playing Grandad.
But they don't always get it right, because one time I uploaded a video, it was a police body cam, and they took it down, and they said if you want to dispute it. So I disputed it because other channels have it up, right? So I gave them the link to the other channels, and then they unblocked it from my channel, so I was able to play it again.
Right. Right. Why is it that we can't play it, but yet you can go in there and get all your music you want? Anyway,
That's right. That's right.
What's the difference? What's the difference? I don't.
The
get it.
monetization, you see, because the official ones get paid for people watching it, right? Through advertising, through the watch hours, where we are playing it, and your channel will get paid rather than the official ones. You get me?
Right. I'm with you.
It's the monetization thing.
Right.
Yeah, so these people who have different. When I say mixes, I'm talking about mixing, say, like 60s and 70s stuff together.
Yeah.
And all they do is play that. They are being paid to play that music.
Do it. Right.
Yes, and they're being played by. They have an agreement, which is a contract with the record studios or with the people who own it. It's really to get people to listen, because then they get revenue. However, you do not get revenue on a live.
No, you don't.
You don't get no. And if you use certain browsers, right, you don't get ads anyway, because they've got ad blockers in.
Yeah.
Unless you're using it on a phone, in which case it's a pain in the backside.
Yeah.
Unless you paid a YouTube premium, which I thought at one time was a good idea, right? I get all these things to watch with no adverts in, and secondly, I get to download whatever I want. You with me? Makes sense.
Yeah.
And I came across some software that allows you to do it, and you pay a one-off fee. And it's
Yeah.
legit software. Yeah, you get a personal license for it. So your personal license allows you to download whatever you like. So you can go to somebody's YouTube channel, put one link in and download 257,
Yeah.
videos or whatever. Hello, darling. How are you? Thank you for dropping in. We're still going.
Right, the one, the only Darlene.
Oh, you say that with such an Irish accent.
Darlene. Great to see you there.
Was that was an Irish accent with a Irish twang. You can't get away from the Irish,
Good spot. God bless you.
you know. I mean, I don't wish anybody would, but wherever you were the great migrators, you went all over the place.
Yeah,
You know,
that too.
you invaded America.
Well, it wasn't really by choice, Griff, to be honest with you.
After the British. No, I think you're fleeing British tyranny. Didn't quite make it to Canada.
No, the famine, the potato famine.
Potato. Oh, there's South Alabama.
Hello, South Alabama. Are you coming up?
South Alabama.
So, Darlene has her own channel, but goes from one place to another. And South Alabama dodges with YouTube's terms of service every time he puts a song on.
Right.
Unless he murders it when he sings. I mean, and he's always got eyes on me, always. Eddie, I've been so rude. You've been on here for so long tonight. I'm just wondering, are you getting withdrawal symptoms, sir?
For what?
But you've not sang.
No, I haven't sang. I just went wait until you are ready, you know.
Okay. Has anybody on the panel not heard Eddie?
I've heard Eddie.
Oh, so right then. So you know Eddie's got
I've
his
heard Eddie.
own. Yeah, he's got his own style, right? And some people like it,
Yes.
some people don't. Personally, if you don't like it, go away. Right? Switch off now because Eddie is going to do hopefully a couple of tracks back to back. I don't know. So that because I like to make everyone feel comfortable. South Alabama, if you want to come on up and end the stream by singing, that's fine as well. There's not a problem. You know, I got shut down after. Yes, I know. 28 minutes, 4 songs. That was it, and he got shut down. It came up with a notice saying it's been suspended, and then the bots were after him, who's the one I was referring to earlier on. So he had to shut the stream down and start over again. And it took me half an hour to find him again because I'd hopped onto somebody else's live because I couldn't be bothered waiting 5 minutes for him to start again. Because he's changed his format. He's gone back to the way it was. He doesn't invite people up anymore. I think I ended up on Sasquatches. You know, Snowies.
Yeah.
Caucasian Sasquatch. He's a nice guy. He's good. I'm going to get him to link in with your flute toy if I can, because he's got some cracking voices.
Awesome.
And he could do certain things on the fly as well.
Right. Nice.
So if I can't, I'm going to get him to record a load of different things, shorts and whatnot, send them over, and then we'll see if we can incorporate them.
Yeah, absolutely. Today I was looking at some Vincent Price quotes because they have like a soundboard of Vincent Price for some of your shorts, but they're just really bad quality. That's the problem. There's all this hissing.
Well, there will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, there will be. I mean, he died years ago.
Yeah.
Eddie, over to you, sir.
All right. I'm going to do something out of character, and this is a huge risk, and I'm going. So I hope you enjoy.
Do you know any Bros?
No, and I don't want to know Ross either.
The answer to the question is never. What's the question?
Do you like Bros?
No. When will I be famous?
Yeah.
I'm already famous, so I'm covered. Anyway, let's get this. Hey, brother, there's an endless road I have to discover. Hey, sister, know the water's sweet and blood is thicker. Ooh, if the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. Hey, brother, do you still believe in one another? Hey, sister, do you still believe in love? I wonder. If the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. What if I'm far from home? Oh, brother, I will hear you call. What if I lose it all? Oh, sister, I will help you out. Ooh, the sky comes falling down for you. There's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. Yeah, brother, there's an endless road out to discover. Hey, sister, do you still believe in love? I wonder. Ooh, if the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. What if I'm far from home? Oh, brother, I will hear you call. What if I lose it all? Oh, sister, I will help you out. Ooh, if the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do.
Ew. Very nice. James just put a comment in. I don't think he cheats. Reads the music and lyrics off Google. I'll tell you what, if you can play a guitar like that and sing and read all at the same time, that works.
That was really beautiful. I really enjoyed that. I really, really enjoyed that. I actually mellowed me out. Like,
yeah,
really
it's nice.
Yeah, really nice.
I still want you to do Patrick McGinty's Goat.
But the thing is,
Patrick McGinty and Irishman the Note.
And you, Grim, you've still got to be in time and everything. And
yeah, I'm just thinking, Patrick McGinty and Irishman of Note fell into a fortune, bought himself a goat. I mean, lyrics,
I haven't heard that in years, Grim.
What about Rafty's motor car? Bang, bang.
Eddie, what's your favorite Irish song?
An Irish song. That would be. There's so many.
There's so many. I have to admit, mine would be The Lonesome Boatman, but there's no lyrics. Like,
It's not a song then.
It is. It's an instrumental.
It's a tune.
Yeah.
It's not a song. A song it means there's lyrics.
It's got the tin whistle and everything. That's awesome. I love it. It's haunting. Like,
Eddie, I'll tell you what. We'll have to do some karaoke night over on the other side, right?
All right.
And I figured out how to do it, right? Basically, if you share your screen, right, then you will be in time because you will be the one singing, and whoever's taking part, they have to share their screen, right? And we got a new system that we're going to play about with to see whether it works on this, because the sound is a lot better than it is on StreamYards, especially if you've got things plugged into your computer to help you make or little pieces of software, etc. And that's Melon. I was talking to somebody about Melon earlier on. I asked if he ever heard of it, and he said, "Well, if I want a melon, I go to the supermarket."
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, I knew it was someone sick. Sorry, Granda.
But I've checked Melon out. It's good. Yeah, I'm going to get into it.
I'm going to play about with it for a month. Going to have it for a month because we can have 12 people up. Each person can just share the screen. You don't have to be asked or granted permission. That's one of the advantages, which will make karaoke a lot better. We just have to remember to take it in turns, folks, for those taking part. But I'm also thinking of having a panel, So going back to some of the older TV shows, I was thinking of things like tonight, Grim, I'm going to be singing like a twat. I mean, like what? Whoever, right?
Matthew, what I'm going to be.
Yes. Or then we can do an opportunity knocks, but you can't sing as you would normally sing. So
well,
you would have to.
I'm the judge. I'm the judge then.
No. Opportunity knocks. There was only one judge or one compare.
No, there was three of them actually.
And no. No, you're not thinking correctly. Opportunity Knocks was hosted by a guy called Huey Green. And it was the clapometer that was the judge.
Right. So I'll do the clapometer then. It was only
well, you can be, but the clapometer was what read by the number of people who clapped in the studio.
Yeah.
So I'm going to work on that. Right, because it's a little slider thing that went along the bottom of the screen.
That's right. Yeah.
So now you know what I'm talking about. I think you're thinking of Pop Idol and that crap.
No, No, yeah, I'm thinking of.
Or you're
opportunity
thinking of
not
new
to, but we'll
faces?
see.
Or you're thinking of new
No.
faces?
Yeah, you
Probably
could
no
be.
faces,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
New faces came after opportunity knocks. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it did.
crapometer. That's right. That's what it was called. Although we couldn't say that.
Yeah.
Because the people who got the highest on the clapometer came back. And there's a couple of people who went on a few times and it wasn't until the third time that they became rich and famous. Or unfamous.
Well, what about somebody what's good at even jokes over there as well?
Jokes?
Because
Oh, because think of a few
it,
people who are good
well,
at
a
jokes.
comedian then.
Yeah, but that's was what New
comedian.
Faces was all about. And let's face it. I was going to say, let's face it, they've all been rehashed one way or another. And Simon Cowell bought a job lot and just spilled it out across the world. The same format because it worked. And in fact, I think the Crapton Factory is still going. Was that the Krypton Factory? No, sorry, that's the X Factor. That's it.
Yeah, X Factor.
Yeah, still going.
But it'd be good to have a different things as well. You know, I mean, there's a singing side, and then.
Oh yeah, there's a jokey part. Yeah, we could have the comedians. We could reinvent the comedians.
Yeah. Anyone that's any good at jokes.
Yeah, well, especially when you take the political correctness out of it. You know what I mean?
Well, exactly.
You could do the Grim Reaper radio show's Got Talent.
Oh God, no, I haven't.
Yeah.
Just look at the stats, man. I'll tell you who's got talent. It's not me. It is the viewers. The people who take part. They've got talent because they sit through it.
Oh, those smelly rankers.
Yeah. Or whatever they want to call us this week, you know. Clowns. That's a good one. Met them. South Alabama can come up, and also Hippie. We've got to get them up on there.
I haven't seen Hippie in a while.
No,
he's around. He's now going. He's got two accounts. He's got the Wandering Hippie, which is going to be just for auditing, and the Singing Hippie.
Oh, he's got the Singing Hippie now. Okay.
Yeah. That's his second channel, but also his main channel, so to speak, because that's the one where there's all the interactions on. But I'm thinking of, as I say, seeing how this works with Melon, so that I can figure out whether or not it's worthwhile keeping it or whether I keep StreamYards. It's one or the other. It's not going to be both, folks. I'm just going to trial it.
I must say, on the read up of Melon, I do think it's more superior, but let's see whether the proof's in the pudding.
Yeah, it's what you want to do. It's horses for courses.
Yeah.
And the way it works,
it's a horse, of course.
The what?
It's a horse, of course.
It's a horse, of course. A horse. You talking to Mr. Ed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
It doesn't say that. Yeah, obviously. Okay. It's a bit like Hangouts. I've never been to a Hangout in my life.
But the website, you can do all that on the website, can't you? Anyway.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to do it.
Right.
I'm not going to do it on here.
You don't need StreamYards or anything, though, do you?
Yeah. Not to type, not to join the chat, but to join the show. Yes.
Oh, you do? Okay.
You still need a provider to be able to do that, which is the reason why I'm looking at Melon, because Melon allows you to have on the top one 5 co-hosts. So that means that, for argument's sake, if you were a co-host, Futoy or Eddie, you would be able to go do a show, whatever you wanted, when I'm not transmitting
Oh, I see. Okay.
on the Grim Reaper radio show, obviously, because it'd be transmitted to there.
Oh, that's cool, isn't it?
So, if you wanted to talk about British and Irish Anglo-Saxon relations, or whatever it is that they call it these days, right? And you wanted to host a show around that and talk about who's right, who's wrong, who's sat in the middle, who's in the middle of the Irish Sea, trying to stop the illegal products coming across, because according to the EU, you're supposed to have in the middle of the Irish Sea there a
That's
port.
right. Yeah, that's right.
For people for things to be docked. Now, I think that's a great idea. I still want to know where they're going to put the same thing in the air for the planes.
Yeah.
So we can do all sorts of.
I would imagine, no.
Do what? Sorry.
Obviously in the air, because you'd have to put the planes in the air. That's their sole purpose.
Yeah. But the thing is that what they're saying is that there's got to be like a free port between Ireland and the UK. Now you can control that. Customs, that's the one. Thank you.
Yeah.
You can set customs up in the middle of any ocean as long as it's not too rough. Again, I refer to the Irish Sea because it's anything but smooth, right? But the planes that are going across from Ireland to the UK, they don't have to have a customs in the middle where they go to. They only need to have a customs at either end.
Well, you could have
what
it
makes
in
the sea
Isle of Man,
different?
which is, kind of halfway between.
No, because the Isle of Man, although technically has its own government, it is classed as part of the British Isles. So it's not neutral. And they haven't got the port to be able to do it. But it's only between Northern Ireland and the UK. It's not between Southern Ireland, because they've got no issues with that.
Yeah.
Because you're still in Europe. What they're concerned about is the fact that there's no borders, so anyone can take goods up to Northern Ireland and just transport them by sea. This is Brussels for you, poking their noses in where it's not needed or wanted.
Yeah.
Back off, Brussels.
Yeah. But we can have a serious conversation, or you can have a serious conversation around that.
Stick to growing sprouts, Brussels.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, I don't mind if there's a sprout shortage.
Well,
I love
Even at Christmas.
Fucking
Cuckoo
clocks and fucking Toblerone rounds. That's all I go for.
Oh, they're good though, Toblerones. Oh, they're so good.
Absolutely.
Hey, have you tried
The sweetie that hurts you? It's great.
balls?
It's like a chocolate bar and a weapon at the same time.
Yeah, but the new ones they're importing over to Egypt to try and build new pyramids. Personally, I think a chocolate fire guard might be better.
Well, I can't wait for the border between us and Scotland if they go alone. That'll be fun. We'll get the wall built, man.
Yeah, please. Sooner the better.
There is one, isn't there? Hadrian's Wall.
There's two.
Yeah,
There's two. There's Hadrian's Wall, which was built by
And the one without Vale is
and there's one closer, which is on the Scottish side, which is to stop the English from getting in. And in between is called No Man's Land.
Really?
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, the actual name doesn't have a vowel.
Just say Scotland went independent and you built a house on no man's land. Who would you have to pay taxes to?
Yourself, because it's no man's land.
So you wouldn't need to pay taxes.
Nope. And that belt will get wider and wider
Then
because
that
the
would be a
wall will get
man, wouldn't it?
moved.
And nobody could stop you building the house either, could they?
Now, well, at the moment you pay different tax rates in Scotland. They have, well, basically different laws.
Yeah.
And they're allowed to. Technically, the only law you can have which is different in Wales is that you have to be able to write signs out twice. Once in English and once in Welsh.
Oh, yeah. That's actually the same in Northern Ireland, I think.
I now found how you know what the word is for slow. It's arif. I thought that arif was a person at first when I was younger.
An Arab? From
Yeah, think about that one.
Arabia.
I do remember travelling over the border from to North Wales, and I always wondered whether or not I needed a passport until my father pointed out, no, that's when you go to Liverpool.
All right, calm down.
All right, calm down.
And if you were stupid enough to go across the water, as he would put it, he said you'd only be going back to pick up your hubcaps.
Yeah.
That's after you paid the rent for it and been there.
That's it.
I mean, there are some people who believe the liver birds are real.
Which one?
Because the liver birds.
What's that?
Because if you ever, you not heard of the liver birds.
Yeah,
No.
it's a part of ornithology.
The liver birds are on the top of the port building, which is, I think, the town hall now, right? And it's believed by some that if the liver birds ever flew off, then the port of Liverpool would close.
Okay.
After the shipyard builders walked out and they got shut down, the port closed, but the liver birds are still there.
Yeah.
Because the actual port, right? It's a
Well,
funny thing, right? When you go on a boat from Liverpool Port, right, you don't actually go to Liverpool. You go on the other side of the water to Plastic Scousland. You get the occasional, Plastic Scousland, you know, the wannabes.
All right. What's that? What's the name of that area?
Well, you got the Wirral, Birkenhead, and then as you go northwards slightly, well, northwest, you've then got Ellesmere Port, which has actually got a port. It's called a basin. It's called a canal. They're still plastic scousers because they're on the fringe. And then you got Chester, and Chester, of course, they all speak proper English.
Okay.
You know what's a Canadian?
And then at midnight on a certain day of the year, I can't remember what's the day. Friday the 13th. You can shoot a Welshman trying to get into England from Chester Walls with a crossbow, and you have to kill them because if you don't kill them, you can be done.
For cruelty.
That law has never been repealed.
It's mad, isn't it?
Oh, man.
But it gets even stupid to talk about, stupid rules. A hackney carriage, a taxi, for those people who don't know what a hackney carriage is, has to, by law, there's two things they must do. Firstly, is carry a bale of hay for the horse. Because hackney carriages were originally horse-drawn.
Right.
But what was the other thing? What's the other thing?
A pooper scooper.
Nope.
A horse-sized pooper scooper.
No, the bale of hay is for the horse in case the horse is hungry. All right. Believe it or not, you have to check the pulse. You cannot talk to somebody because that is not proof that they are alive.
You have
Because
to
it's
check
illegal
people's
to carry a
pulse.
horse. You have to check the pulse.
And if you want further references, ask for Biff Tannen.
Ask for what?
Ask for Biff Tannen.
Biff Tannen? What's that? Your mic's a bit low. I can't really make you out.
Back to the Future reference.
Oh, Biff.
Ah.
Oh, Biff. Oh,
Biff.
yeah. Or
Yeah.
the car to shit, horse shit goes on. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Perfectly legal.
He knows all about words.
So for the people who've dropped in from the United States or wherever from another land, yes, there's a reason why the English are called funny people. They have stupid laws in place still.
You know, I have an interesting fact that I learned when I was over in London. Do you know why beef eaters are called beef eaters?
Because they only eat beef.
No, because they were, back in the day, they were paid with some of their payment was a lump of beef.
Ah, right.
Well, folks, you heard it first here on the Grim Reaper Show. Facts you never thought you'd ever want to know.
There you go.
We are a caring community. Please pass it on. You might
Yep.
win something in a trivia game.
Yeah. We have essay questions coming, folks.
Yeah, there'll be at the end of the year now. There's going to be a quiz, a test.
Yeah, it'd be an examination on how much you've actually learned.
Yeah, and one of the questions would be
One of
Why are
the only way that you need, the only way that you would pass the test, there's only one thing you need to do, and that is to actually put your name on the paper
oh, they're all screwed.
in the right place. I used to get marked on tests at school, especially when I was a nipper, right? And I always used to turn around and say thank you to the teacher for putting so many X's on and signing the work.
Oh no!
I was a twat even in them days. And the number of times my parents were dragged into school to discuss my behaviour. Well, and lack of respect was a good one. And I just sat around and said, well, I think respect is something that's earned. You put red crosses all over my fucking book. What do you expect me to say? Or words to that effect. I didn't swear back in those days. I didn't know what swearing was.
That's the difference between Ireland and England, then I think.
Well, I just called them fucking dicks anyway. I just didn't realise I was swearing.
Yeah, every second word for us is a swear.
I did get told off a bit and dragged in to see the headmaster once for saying the word bloody.
Oh no! How terrible!
And I was asked where I learnt such a word. So I turned around and I said, well, bloody's in the Bible, bloody's in the book. If you don't bloody believe me, take a bloody look. Needless to say, the headmaster was quite shocked and asked me to leave the school permanently.
I was always trying to
They
get
didn't have
get
to.
out of school.
I
Granddad,
just did it. I just left.
Granddad's school was approved by the government. And what people didn't understand was it was always the same type of school. So you had the name of the school followed by the word Borstal.
I'm surprised I didn't end up there. Like, yeah.
I was always trying to get off school.
I'll tell you something. Back in our day, though, Grim. When you think about it, they used to throw the rubber at you, didn't they? What they did the blackboard with.
Oh, you're not allowed to say
If you
blackboard
did,
now.
you know. Oh,
You're not allowed to say
slipper.
blackboard.
Yeah, in it, ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
Listen, they
I
changed it
actually
from the
remember.
blackboard to a green board, and then the aliens started complaining.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the
Oh,
chalk
yeah,
was
so
crap.
did
It just didn't work on it, right? And then they went to marker board.
Yeah.
They didn't like the word marker board because it was originally called a whiteboard.
That's right. Yeah, I nearly said that. Yeah, yeah.
Right, and now they just refer to it as the board, which is the reason why
Yeah.
most kids in school fall asleep because they are.
Yeah.
What's that, Jaded? I went to high school once, but they never gave us weed.
Terrible.
Well, there was always weed on the ground, wasn't
There was always mushrooms on the ground,
there? That too, yeah.
and some of them were magic.
I actually remember the time in school where you weren't allowed to call a rubber anymore. I remember that month.
Yes,
it was.
and you
The
know why
changeover
that was?
from rubber to a razor
Yeah, yeah. Do you know why that was?
because of Rubber
John-
Johnny.
Because Johnny wasn't happy. Passes the rubber, Johnny.
In it, farcical. Go on, so
That's
where
don't
it
say
came-
that. Ah,
It
Yeah, that's
is.
where it came from. It was an eraser, pencil eraser.
Yeah. Do you think
and now
that
it's-
started the snowflake idealism? That's
Oh
where it
yeah,
started.
definitely.
the same as
It
you
was
got
in the early
slipper or
60s
the
it started.
shade.
Sorry, the early 70s it started, not in the 60s. It was the early 70s it started, and there was. I mean, what was his name who did it? I can't remember. It could have been as late as the 80s. But do you remember Ian Drury and the Blockheads?
Yes, yeah.
And
Hit
he
me
had
with the rhythm stick.
he had polio, right?
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
And he had his famous one was, of course, hit me with your rhythm stick, hit me slowly, hit me quick.
yeah,
That song did not get banned on the BBC.
that's right.
But what 40s singer, right, got banned from the BBC because his songs, and I'll give you a clue here, his songs were deemed to be inappropriate because they were tantalizing and sexual.
Tantalizing and sexual. Cat. No.
Sure. Wasn't Elvis? What wasn't there riots
No.
about Elvis as well?
No,
though?
it wasn't Elvis. Wasn't Elvis.
But there was
They
riots.
were British. They were British. Hello, Mrs. J.
The Beatles.
Hey, Miss J.
No. No. Back in the 1940s, I said.
Oh, 40s.
1940s.
40s.
I think it was 40s. He made his fame. It could be a little bit later. It could have been in the 50s. But George Formby.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
The
Yeah, you're
BBC banned such songs as Leaning on a Lamppost, Waiting, Leaning on a Lamppost, Waiting for a Certain Lady to Come By.
That's right.
And a couple of others. They deemed it to be inappropriate. And he was the first British artist to be banned from the radio.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Right. Same as my ding-a-ling, innit?
Well, that
That
was
got
banned in 1969 by Mary Whitehouse.
Yeah.
That was the one claim that she could say was she got wrong because she must have been playing with her own ding-a-ling at the time. Why Buddy Holly? Buddy Holly didn't get banned, not as far as I'm aware.
No.
And I personally think that Buddy Holly Airways doesn't exist anymore. I think it went down.
Yeah, the four engines went, you know, and a dare happened.
Buddy Holly and the Four Engines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the crickets. I'm having one more doob and then bed. Okay.
So you have a double bed.
Yeah, but she only has one doob. It's not even a doobie, it's a doob.
Doobie doobie doo.
Betty Boo Boob. I mean, doo doob.
Wow.
Last night, by the way, we had when we were doing the show, right, on the other side, we had an artist that kept knocking at the door, right?
Yeah, we
A
did.
guy called
Yeah.
Terry Jacks, right, from the 70s. And he tried about 14 times to get onto the show, right? And I was a little bit hesitant, but eventually he managed to get on. And he got as far as say we had fun, we had joy, we had seasons in the sun, but the sun never fade or something or other. And there's another line that he came up with, which was my trusted friend, goodbye. And he got cut off, and I went, goodbye to you as well. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, I like the song, but really, God, I wonder who's going to be trying to get in next week. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, you never know. I might have some up my sleeve.
Oh, Gordon Bennett, threats already.
Yeah.
So, almost 3 hours into the show, folks, and I'm now being threatened by Grandad.
Yeah.
He's getting brave, but he is on the wine.
No, I've finished it. I'm all right now.
You're far right now.
He's far
I'm
right.
all right. I'm all right.
Is that a song by Free?
Yeah.
All right now.
Yeah.
Hey, copyright. Maybe it's a home. That's better. It's not anything like it. Okay. I do have a double and a doobie, but I'm not in my bed.
Yeah.
It can be dangerous smoking in bed, guys.
Well, that's why she's not in bed.
Good.
I mean, I don't agree with anybody smoking in bed.
Definitely.
You know, I don't agree with them having electric blankets for that reason. Because people too tend to go up and smoke. Or they used to when it first came out, anyway.
Yeah, I think they used to. I don't particularly like them myself, but I don't think there's been any recent accidents with them.
No, I think people these days find it cheaper to put the central heating on, even at today's prices.
You're right. Yeah.
Tell me about that. Tell me about that. I put the old thermostat back up, and we actually doubled our price till I got the new smart thermostat this morning.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds to me as if Eddie's going to cry you a river.
Go on then, Eddie.
Or sing Cry Me a River. I don't know. There's a song to sign us out with because I'm not going more than 3 hours. That's what she said.
Damn, she's a goer.
That's what I said.
And Granddad.
Okay, over to Eddie for the final song of the night.
All right. Last night I lay dreaming of a pleasant day gone by. Me mind been bent on a rambling to Ireland's I did fly. I stopped and barred a vision and followed with a will. till the first I came to anchor at the cross and Spansel Hill. Delighted by the novelty, enchanted with the scene, wherein my early boyhood, where often I had been, I thought I heard a murmur, I think I heard it still. There's a little stream of water that flows down by Spansel Hill to amuse a passing fantasy. I lay down on the ground, where all my school companions they shortly gathered round. When we home returned, we danced with the right goodwill to Martin Moylan's music at the cross and Spansel Hill. 'Twas on the 23rd of June, the day before the fair, when Ireland's sons and daughters and friends assembled there. The young, the old, the brave and the bold, their duty to fulfill at the parish church in Clooney, a mile from Spansel Hill. I went to see me neighbour, to see what they might say. The old ones were all dead and gone, the young ones turning grey. I met with Taylor Quigley, he's as bold as ever still. Sure, he used to make me bridges when I lived in Spansel Hill. I paid a flying visit to me first and only love. She's as fair as Anna Lily and gentle as a dove. She threw her arms around me, saying, "And Johnny, I love you still." Oh, she was Meg, the farmer's daughter, and the pride of Spansel Hill. I dreamed I held and kissed her, as in the days of yore. She said, "Johnny, you're only joking," as many times before. The cock crew in the morning, the crew both loud and shrill, and I woke in California, many miles from Spansel Hill.
As always, brilliant. Thank you.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
really
indeed.
nice. Yeah, it was.
Well, I've only got 2 words for you as all. After that, as we come up to the 3-hour mark, thank you so much. Actually, that's a few more, but hey ho. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 2 words. Good night.
Hi, guys.
That's a good night from me. That's a good night from him. and
Thank
it's
you
good
for
night-
coming up, guys. Thank you for co-hosting. Thanks to everybody who came up in the chat. Even if you spend 5 minutes in here, it's all worth it because it means you're going to come back at the end of the day. And don't forget,
Yeah.
Tuesdays and Thursday nights, watch out for the special release that Grandad's going to be doing. The easy guide to finding us on a Tuesday and a Thursday.
Oh,
Okay.
Grim,
Yes.
take a look at my idea on Telegram. It's connected to
Yes,
that.
yeah, I will
Right,
do.
I will do.
Probably tomorrow. In the
All right.
meantime, take care, guys. Thank you
All right.
so much again.
Okay.
Cheers now.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.